Check. All right, you guys. So before we continue with live everywhere, I just want to go ahead and give a quick extemporaneous speech for you guys. So today, on my daily spiritual journey, as I was trying to DoorDash, coming up short here and there and everything, I realized that the making money part of this whole thing is gonna be very hard. It's not something that I've just realized, but let's just say there are shit in the works that are not necessarily working with me. With that being said, in my frustration, I decided I was going to take a nap next to a park in my car, and that led me to a church. Now, I'd been smoking cigarettes because I literally said, you niggas are literally killing me with all this fake ass internet shit. And as I'm sitting there realizing things, it took me back to Record of Ragnarok, right? And one of the coolest characters in that show, for a reason, is the Buddha. Because this state of enlightenment, culturally, is supposed to be like some grand state that you reach and all of a sudden you don't have to worry about anything else in life. So let me tell you exactly how I beat the Buddha. By focusing on a state of happiness, by focusing on ambition and wanting to push people and society forward, I beat the Buddha by doing something with my life. And the reason I say that is because if you keep up with these godless religions in a way, balance is a key aspect of this. Now, I want to ask you this. What do you do once you have achieved balance? Let's visualize this. So, let's say that this is the sort of scale of life, both the good and the bad. So, these are the scales of life. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. You've come to terms with yourself. And so as you go along these spiritual journeys, you find the good things about yourself. You discover the bad things about yourself. Life goes on. You are learning who you are as a person. Things are starting off smoothly. You have achieved balance, but you want to go deeper. So let's add some more aspects to each side of the scale. Oh, now you're feeling a little unbalanced. So, let's do some soul searching and let's figure out why there's more bad than good in your life. Congratulations, you are balanced again. You see what I mean? Like, you can keep adding up things on both sides of this scale, and if it's balanced and that's your goal in life, then that is an unending battle. You know, and this is sort of where we get to the livelihood of monks out in like the Himalayas and stuff, wherever they are, you know, doing like all these physical and spiritual challenges to become the best person that they can possibly be. But without material possessions, all of that strength, all of that peace is going to waste, because the world around you is still deteriorating, life still goes on, and you can live inside that monastery for the rest of your life. But is that really living? Which brings me to my next point. Today, whenever I was driving around, I pulled up to a homeless person. I myself am a broke nigga. I myself have also been homeless, so naturally I looked around to offer literally anything that I could to give to this person. I gave this man my water bottle. It's just that easy. What is the point of being a cool person if you are not a good person? Like, again, all of these monks, all of these people just out in isolation, doing their own thing, achieving balance and enlightenment. What is the point of all that if it never translates into the real world? You know what I mean? And so the reason that I say I beat the Buddha is because, again, I've told you time and time again, I put my life on the line every time I step out of the house. But I mean, today it didn't feel like I put my life on the line. I was literally just trying to get paid. I did everything I needed to do. I did the homework for you niggas. I've made content with you niggas. I've made you niggas laugh. I made you niggas experience life. I've given you niggas joy. I've willingly been the butt of you niggas jokes ever since I got back on the internet. Yet, nobody gives a fuck. That's the reality. But the number one thing you niggas are saying is that I am doing the same thing every single day. Which is why you niggas are staying yellow carded. Because with the podcast with SK yesterday, I got the grand realization that I did everything for you niggas. I already did everything for you niggas. And you want to know how I did everything for you niggas? Because you know who I am. And so that's why I say the only thing left for me to do is shoot for collabs, laugh at you niggas more, and make money in real life. Now, this is where things get interesting. Because I'm so charismatic as a person, you guys have adopted my main character complex and have made it more complicated. The reason that I have a main character complex is because I want to be the best person that I can possibly be. Again, I grew up Christian. The reason that I am spiritual and not religious, I will go over this one more time, is because, again, I cannot listen to an earthly man tell me about my God, especially when there are other factors at play, such as money, such as the economy. There are certain things about Christianity that I just cannot get behind. Like, the divine conception sounds like an unwanted pregnancy to me, no matter how much I want to believe it. And I just do not believe that resurrection is a real thing. I do believe Jesus Christ was a real person that lived on this earth. And he is my God. Because, again, I told you, I believe Jesus was the coolest nigga to ever live, did his best to be the best person he could, and succeeded because he did it without sin. At least that's how the story was told to me. And so the way that I use tarot to translate that, because again, tarot is not just in the cards. Tarot is in the iconography. Tarot is in the numerology. Tarot is the story of stories. I brought up the hero's journey a lot. There have been heroes all throughout history who have fought for what they want in life. And I look up to a lot of these. I tell you guys, I have studied revolutionaries from as many cultures as I could. I put myself in this position now because I did the homework, I studied, and I came up with a plan that would get me here without already being killed, even though I talk about the same things that got those niggas killed. This is why I say I'm the greatest philosopher that ever lived. This is why I am not running as a politician. This is why I am literally just an influencer. But because you guys have all taken my main character complex, made it more complicated, yet refused to acknowledge me as a person, it is impossible for me to exist on the internet. I will say this once again, I cannot even beat my meat in peace because you all want to know what my dick looks like. Can we all just agree that that is fucking insane? Can we agree on that? And so that's why I'm saying shit's gonna get a whole lot harder. Because again, when I say that it does not matter if it is recorded or pre-recorded, it's because live streaming is performance art. Like, if I want to make it really, 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 really simple for you guys, I can literally do this blindfolded. Because again, I don't understand the games that you niggas are playing, and I cannot participate in you niggas chats because since you believe I am an insane person, if I comment on a game that you are playing, you think that I am trying to talk to you about some unrelated shit when I literally just want to know about the game you are playing. It's literally just that simple. But again, simplicity is not common in people's lives. This is why I say I am not only happy, I am at peace. Because I am used to living in these conditions. This has been my life since I was born. I slept on the streets in the river market. I've literally slept under bridges. I've been in foster care. I've had many a family. I've had many a friend. I don't have that many enemies, if any. And this is why I'm saying that I'm not racing you niggas to DreamCon. I have bigger plans in mind, and I need to be able to go to DreamCon and have fun in order to network. Which means you have to see me as a person. You know what I mean? I beat the Buddha because I go out of my way every single day to make sure people can reach their own personal sense of enlightenment the same way that I have. And I'm not saying that I am some god. You have the ability to make me feel nervous. You have the ability to make me feel sad. You have the ability to make me feel embarrassed. You have the ability to make me reflect on my own actions, which is why it makes no sense that you treat me this way, because I'm feeling my feelings more than you are feeling your feelings by putting myself out there in the field. It's literally just that simple. Again, I'm not rushing through my feelings. I have literally felt myself my entire life, so I know how to navigate my own emotional habits. And through that, I have developed as a person. I have rekindled certain parts of my past. I have come to terms with shit that I've been battling for a very long time. And the only thing I want to do is to be able to not only share that with the rest of you, but to help you along that path, because my entire life I have had the ability to do this. The only thing I needed was confidence, and I found it for myself. And I want to be able to give you guys whatever you may be needing in the moment. And because we live in America, because I am an American, I need money in order to be able to do that. I have ways of making money by myself. The only thing I'm saying is that it is only fair if you pay the greatest philosopher who ever lived, if you use him as a joke. And the only other thing I'm saying is that you have no reason to be scared of collaborating with me, because once again, you already know who I am. So, the marathon, the subathon, live everywhere, whatever you're going to call it, that's going to continue all the way up until I get to DreamCon, because I make content too good for you niggas. In a nutshell. And the reason I know that is because I became the best always on streamer on accident. So, we're going to relax. We're going to chill. Don't fucking panic. If you don't believe me, you can suck my dick. I know you know what it looks like. And I will see you niggas on Twitch. Also, I'm about to buy Repo.